Adonis! Damn, there he goes again. If anyone's bound to break the curse, it's gonna be him. Guess I'll wait over there like any side character would.
He's gone already? That fast?
Well, he wastes no time, really.
Well, he left so quickly. I didn't even give him the right game.
Wait. So you're telling me he's playing the wrong game to break the curse?
Well, yeah. Why else will it be called the Curse of Darkness?
He's playing the wrong game to break the curse. I gotta give him to him. No!
Well, are you having trouble?
Wait!
Well... They'll be back. If they break the curse. If they break the curse.
Finally, the curse of darkness has been lifted. Wait, but why do I still look like this? I don't feel any different.
Adonis? Lee? Adonis, that's not the game that's gonna lift the curse. This one is.
Of course! How could I have been so blind? It was always the curse of darkness that would break the curse of darkness. This makes no fucking sense.
Adonis, this is it. You have to play this game and finish it before we become vampires forever.
How long do we have?
Until Halloween. Adonis, did you change in the past few seconds?
No. See ya!
Boyero Yaro!
Castlevania Curse of Darkness, released November 1st, 2005 in North America, and the second 3D Castlevania game on the PS2. Even though it's the second Castlevania game on the console, it is not a direct sequel to Lament of Innocence. See, Lament of Innocence is the very first thing that happens in the series, but after that, the events of Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse take place. This is where Trevor Belmont comes in and defeats Dracula with the help of a few friends. Although with Dracula's defeat also came a great curse that he spread across the land and that proved to be very dangerous. It is also around this time that Hector, a Devil Forge master working for Dracula, betrayed the Vampire King and gave up his dark powers to lead a normal life with his future wife. But that peace was interrupted when his fiancée was accused of witchcraft and burned at the stake. Hector then finds out that this was all done by the other Devil Forge master, Isaac, and he now seeks revenge on him. Curse of Darkness starts off right here, with Hector bursting in and confronting Isaac. But Isaac tells him he is too weak in his current state and needs to regain the powers of Devil Forging if he wishes to defeat him. Hector sees this as the only option and begins his revenge-driven journey.
Boy, that sure was a lot, huh?
Now then, I would like to start off the video by saying Curse of Darkness completely blows Lament of Innocence away. Remember the whole flick the right trigger to open up the real-time window
See, I said it right this time.
bit that just worked so well? Yeah? No? Gone. Now you go into the actual menu and select everything from there. Equipment, items, strap-ons, options. But I'll get into all that in due time. And now the right trigger grants you full control of the camera. A bump up from Lament's fixed camera angles. This game is also a lot nicer to look at in terms of graphics, even going so far as implementing actual CGI cutscenes in key parts of the story. This made the game a lot more enjoyable as it actually has a pretty great story to tell.
Wait, but if the right stick is fixed, does that mean...
They fixed the map. Now it can actually be used. No more fucking weird ass controls, just a simple map. Yes! Also, now you can level up in the game, so it's more like an RPG now. I mean, you know, comparing it to Lament of Innocence's skill up feature, where it doesn't tell you how to get the new skills, and it leads to a lot of confusion over how to grow Leon's abilities and such. And yes, I know I'm comparing Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness a lot, but that's because Curse of Darkness was supposed to be the game that was built over what Lament of Innocence had established, and then continued to refine that concept to create a better game. So obviously, I'm going to be throwing back Lament of Innocence from time to time to see how things improved. And improved it did. Curse does what Lament tried to do, but so much better. And that's to successfully convert Castlevania into 3D. But at least in my opinion. So after fighting through the first part of the game, you come across an altar and gain, or regain in Hector's case, the ability to call forth innocent devils, IDs for short. It's here when you meet Zed, and he states that he's there to purify Dracula's curse and that Isaac is protecting it. So it is in his best interest to help Hector along and point him in the right direction.
The one you seek fled toward the chapel on the other side of the mountain.
Before I continue though, let me explain a little about what innocent devils are. It's what happens when you meet a girl and she's all like, "Oh hey, I'm like super shy and shit." But then when you're banging, she calls forth the spirit of Satan. What? That's not it? Well, maybe fucking... Give me from maybe we got the wrong script. Oh, never mind. I found it. It's this one. All right. An innocent devil is a demonic being that you can summon and will aid you in battle, along with leveling up and gaining different skills and abilities depending on which weapon you're using. Oh yeah, there's also different weapons in the game. You got shit like sword, axe, spear, knuckle, special, helmet, armor, and other accessory slots too. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So an ID will level up based on what weapon you're using and also what they gain most of in reference to the crystals produced. When they evolve, they become something different based on what style of play you used. And there's different evolution trees and abilities and types of ID, and it's just so much shit.
I can't even see with all these options!
Curse of Darkness is already adding in so much more time and effort to caring about how you play the game that it makes Lament kinda look like a tech demo of an early showcasing of Curse. IDs will also occasionally shit out devil shards to create even more IDs. It gets really fun and interesting to experiment with new styles and switch around every so often. So then you meet up with this girl Julia, who offers up her services and acts as a shopkeeper in the game. Then you beat up some demons and... What? French fries? Fucking French fries? In the middle of the goddamn mountain region? Okay. So I'm to believe that these demons got real hungry and went to the nearest McDonald's and straight was like, "Oh yeah, can I get a small order of French fries?" No, yeah, just a small. I got a Devil Force Master coming through and I need to eat something before I can fight him, right? I mean, fucking why not? Then you fight a dragon. It's an awesome boss fight. Alright, now to get into the combat of the game. In Lament of Innocence, you have the whip and a small array of combos. Cool, fun, whatever. But in Curse of Darkness, you get so many options of weapons to choose from, and you can even string together combos by pressing the circle button in between attacks. And each attack has its own set of different combos you can pull off. By the way, let me explain another awesome thing about this game. Combining. Oh, but Adonis, combining shit is so boring. Why do games make you do this? Says person playing game. That's me. Well, no. Combining is actually really easy in this game and is something pretty essential. You don't just find weapons or armor just laying around. You have to make them. Enemies drop different types of materials, and with those materials you can create new and more powerful weapons and even pieces of armor. Like this, the sports shirt. Jeez, Mom, I'm fighting demons, okay? I wash it when I wash it, alright? I'd also like to mention that you level up fairly quickly in this game. I actually like this because you don't need to be grinding so much and it feels like you're making pretty steady progress as you continue through the game. Everything seems balanced to your level and the game's difficulty may get harder and harder, but it's never to the point where you feel underpowered and you need to go farm some levels before you can hope to continue. Oh good, he produced Milden. I'ma need that. Right? So you meet this guy Saint Germain who tries to stop you from continuing your quest and hints at knowing a lot more than he dishes out and promptly leaves the area. Hector refuses his advice and continues on his quest. Eventually, Hector will come across Trevor Belmont? Like from Castlevania 3? Oh, Trevor. You ate so well. Trevor asks Hector if he is a Devil Forge Master, and after agreeing to the statement, Trevor immediately attacks him. But be careful. Trevor punches hard. Like, really hard. So hard, in fact, he sent me into another dimension. It's so empty here, I can contemplate my life. Why am I not going to school? Why am I not getting a girlfriend? What's going on in my life? This is life right now for me. This is how it's going to be for the rest of my life. So after getting your ass handed to you by Trevor Belmont, he realizes you are not the Devil Forge Master he is looking for. And it turns out he is also hunting Isaac down. So Trevor spares Hector and walks away to continue searching for Isaac in belief that killing him will break Dracula's curse. Soon after, Hector meets Zed again and he's like, man, you just missed him, but he went that way. And again points Hector to another direction where Isaac may be in. After he leaves, Saint Germain returns to tell you not to listen to that man and then leaves because he needs to track Zed down quickly. If you're confused about these two characters at this point, well, you should be. These are characters that pop up every so often to create a confusing plot point to make the player think about what is really going on in the background. This works well, but it's one of those you have to beat the game and then replay it to completely understand kind of things, as the ending reveals a lot about who these two guys are. But we're not just there yet. Continuing on, I'd like to briefly touch on the subject of bosses. There's a lot more bosses in this game than in Lament of Innocence, and they are far more creative too. Not saying the bosses in Lament were bad by any means, but it's nowhere near the amount of fun of some of the bosses in this game. This guy's riding a fish. I like that. Okay, Sugi, you gotta just ride him like if he's a fish, okay? A fish. Fucking tell stories about him. Call him goddamn Poseidon of Yoshi's and Sugi. Mwah. I'd also like to mention some of the level design. Remember how in Lament of Innocence the rooms were just kind of copy and pasted but with different camera angles and it kind of feels like a dungeon crawler? Well, the levels in Curse of Darkness is, you guessed it, a major improvement. I mean, sure, some areas seem similar, especially when you're inside of a castle or a mansion, but for the most part, the game's world seems pretty expansive and it really feels like you're exploring an entire area. Sometimes it could feel linear, but it sort of feels natural in its own right. I rarely got lost in the game aside from accidentally stumbling into a secret. There's also some incentive to explore further, as you start to unlock warp rooms that allow you to travel to any area you've previously visited. And with the different kind of IDs you get, you unlock different ways to explore. Later on you find Zed and Germain talking about interfering with the flow of things and rules and some shit like that. They clearly don't agree and Zed tries to kill Germain, but ultimately fails and escapes into a dark void. From what I can gather, there is something way bigger than revenge going on behind the scenes of this game. Then you come across Cordova Town. It is here when you really start to see the full effect of the curse, as the residents are basically zombies and the town is a destroyed mess. What I really like is that this game never really tells you this, but it's implied. It's a little extra something to make you feel closer to the events going on in the world. Then you meet up with Isaac and he challenges you to test your abilities, but the fight gets interrupted by Julia, who you find out is actually Isaac's sister. I know. She tells Hector that he is not strong enough to face him yet and he must regain more of his power to become victorious. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention you can steal from enemies in this game. Oops. So then as you're exploring, Germain stops you again and challenges you to a fight.
I could fight you!
He uses time as a main ability and is actually a pretty cool boss fight. Doing things like stopping time and then you using your mage ID to reverse time stop when he stops it to break time and be able to hurt him. What, you don't get it?
I surrender! I promise not to interfere with you again.
Can I get that in writing, please?
Please forget everything I have told you. A traveler merely passes through, touching nothing, changing nothing. Walk the path that it is meant for you, without fear.
I don't know, man. I'm feeling pretty scared right now.
That it is meant for you.
So continuing the story, you later meet up with Trevor fighting Isaac, and Isaac's able to get a cut off of him. It's very important! And when they discover your presence, Isaac flees like a little bitch. Trevor tells you to stay out of his way, and Zed pops up again to tell you that Isaac is hidden in a chamber at the top of some ruins. As Hector leaves, he mentions that Germain sends his regards and that he met him in the clock tower, and Zed gets freaked out and hurries away. Hector then meets Trevor again at the top of the castle and then tells him that Isaac is hidden beneath the castle in a hidden chamber. But the only way he's gonna let Hector through is to fight him and see if he's ready yet. After showing his word to Trevor, he opens up a portal and sends Hector to the hidden chamber. You fight through some waves of enemies and then Hector fights Dalamond. But something happens and he accidentally awakens Dracula's castle. This will better explain how this happens.
Fiend! What are you doing here? I can't have you interfering beyond this point. I left that seal to Hector. Impossible! The seal cannot be undone except by a torrent of demonic energy. Hector could not know that. Do not equate a Devil Forge Master's power with that of an ordinary sorcerer. For a seal like that, the magic produced in battle is more than enough. Placing a guard there proved to be your downfall. Enough talk. time to die.
So yeah, Isaac used Hector and lured him right into the heart of the corridor to have him raise Dracula's castle and catch Trevor off guard. Hector then runs right into the newborn castle to, come on Julia, cut me some slack, girl! Well, Julia stops you to tell you to break Dracula's curse but not to get consumed by revenge and fall victim to the curse. Oh, also Trevor's not dead. I mean, she saved him somehow despite, being stabbed right through the heart or something. I don't fucking know, whatever. So you go through a long final dungeon as you would do with final dungeons and finally meet up with Isaac for one last final battle. But he is pissed.
You shall die a most painful, gruesome death!
I mean, but it's a pretty cool boss fight because you have to fight him along with all his devils as you're fighting him with yours. So after you defeat Isaac, Hector runs in a heat of revenge and says, "Die, Isaac, die!" But just before he kills him, he realizes that it's the curse that's driving him to such a frenzy and decides not to kill Isaac so he wouldn't fall victim to the curse. But then Zed shows up and pulls the curtains on the whole show and reveals himself to be death all along. He takes Isaac away and uses his body to resurrect Dracula, a fate that was supposed to be meant for Hector had he not rejected the curse when he did. And a boss fight with death ensues. Once he is taken care of, you travel up the stairs and you confront Dracula himself. But this time around, Hector stands ready.
I stand ready.
I already said that, Hector. Get on with it already. Come on! So you fight Dracula, and I mean, I guess he's pretty difficult, but with the right amount of skill, you can defeat him fairly quickly. Oh, what? You got a final form? Please, man, you don't scare me. Okay, that was a fluke on my part. Second time's a charm. Well, maybe I went at it at the wrong angle and Alright, you got me going there, Drax, but now let me show you. Fuck! Okay, Dracula in demon form has to be one of the most fucking hardest bosses in this game. No. He is the hardest boss in the game. God fucking damn it, I just keep fucking dying! Just let me, please! God fuck! All I do is die, no matter what. Got IGs by my side, but I still keep fucking up. And every time I roll up to his castle, Dracula's cape goes up. But he don't stay there, he don't stay there, he don't stay there. Calm down, calm down, calm down. But all I do is die. And if you want some fries, go ahead and tell these guys, let them get there. Chilling in his throne room, maxing and relaxing, bitch, this ain't a fucking showroom. Just come attack me so I can motherfucking show you just who you're messing with. Straight up KO death, bitch, let me tell you I'm the Arctic fucking Weasel. Don't go forgetting it, I've been flashing scrolls, time to stairs to your cell, and then I made you fucking turn to the hell. You've been saving it, but bitch, you forgot I got skills of a forger, bitch. I said bitch twice. I said bitch twice. Ahem. So after you finally defeat Dracula in demon form, Hector uses his Devil Forge master powers to bind Dracula, destroy him, and lift the curse. Then Hector's all like, yeah, this looks like a good place to die. I can't fucking after that fucking boss fight anymore. But Julia shows up and urges Hector to escape. They both escape together and Hector contemplates what to do next. Julia suggests he stays with her at her place. Wait, what? Did you forget the entire reason you went on this revenge trip already? Your wife just straight up died. No, murdered and burned at the stake. And now that you got your revenge, you're all like, well, Julia, man, she's so, you know. But whatever. I'm already tired of this. Oh, and Saint Germain says something about the final battle with Dracula isn't like over or something and jumps into the future, you know? This normal shit that happens every day. Well, in the end, I have to say that Curse of Darkness was a huge improvement over what Lament of Innocence did. And honestly, I'd recommend this one over Lament of Innocence. Only because, well, you know, you'll probably have a lot more fun and this game's a lot more deep. And yeah, I mean, Curse of Darkness did have its flaws, but I mean, like, besides the environments and stuff, like, I couldn't really find that much wrong with it, really. I enjoyed almost all of it. So give it a try if you're in the mood for some Castlevania. You won't be disappointed. It's really good. So, you had fun, Lee?
Yo. Finish the game already?
It's all done. Now the curse is broke. Ah, what the fuck? Come on. We're still vampires? Lee, I think this was all a trap. The real way to break the curse is to kill the queen. We have to move fast, Lee. We're running out of time. Ha! Ha! And gun! Vampire Queen!
Huh? So you found me out, huh?
Your tricks end here, Vampire Queen. I've played both of your games and now you have no power over us. Together!
Reporting daddy coming in hot!
I can't take it!
I reach my
Told you, man. What? Telling you, man. Life is
Strange, yeah. I know, I get it. Well, in the end, I have to say that Curse of Darkness was a huge improvement over what Innocence.